So yesterday, or a few days ago depending on when I actually upload this, the trailer for the long-rumored Persona 3 remake got uploaded early by Atlus's own Instagram account, along with the trailer for a new Persona 5 spin-off game. Which is pretty awesome, because now I don't have to watch the Xbox showcase, which is a-okay with me. I'm more of a PlayStation guy, and I don't care about Starfield. Not at all. What I do care about is Persona games, and anyone who follows this channel already knows that. Max and I have talked about what we want from Persona 6, and how bad it'll be when Sega tries to make Persona movies, so, we're pretty big fans of the series. Since we're such big fans of Persona here on this channel, I just kind of wanted to make a little video about the trailer, talk about it a bit, and have a moment of silence for the SOB who definitely got fired for pressing that upload button a little too early. You will be missed. Now, the purpose of this video is I just want to talk a bit about how, despite being very, very, very excited for this, I am also a little, I don't know what word to use, worried, I guess? Persona 5 will probably always be my favorite game in the series because I played it first, but nonetheless, I still love Persona 3 so very much. It's a great game and set the standard for the modern Persona games. It's also where the series really started to get popular in the West. It's a classic of the genre, and I can honestly kind of see why Atlus would remake this one. First, Atlus doesn't acknowledge Persona 1, 2, and 2 if they absolutely don't have to. So they're not going to remake it, at least not anytime soon. And second, because out of the modern Persona games, being 3, 4, and 5, 3 is the one that just doesn't have a definitive version. Let me explain what that means for people who actually have a social life. Persona 3 OG released on the PlayStation 2 in 2006. And then had 2 other editions released later, Persona 3 FES and Persona 3 Portable. FES added a whole extra story section of the game called The Answer, with a new playable character and a brand new dungeon thingy to explore. Portable, however, didn't have The Answer, but it did include the option to play as a female protagonist instead of the standard boring male protagonist. The girl option even added some new story elements and social links, plus the game overall had a ton of quality of life updates. The actual dungeon crawling gameplay closer matched that of Persona 4 than the original Persona 3. My point with all that is that both versions of Persona 3 have pros and cons, and both have features that the other does not. There is no singular Persona 3 experience that lets you revel in all the game has to offer. Persona 4 has Golden, Persona 5 has Royal, and the best version of Persona 3 is split between 2 different versions. This is what the remake has a chance to fix. This remake is Atlus's opportunity to give us a definitive version of Persona 3. They can take all the best features from the different versions and slap them together to give us the perfect Persona 3. And that would be so very, 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 very cool. Especially since they can add in even more quality of life changes thanks to the remake seemingly being made in the same engine as Persona 5. I'm not saying they have to add in the baton pass from Persona 5 or anything like that, but, they could if they wanted to. Now, my concern is that Atlus will not do that. They have a history of making such bizarre choices, and I think it's entirely possible that this remake doesn't have The Answer or the female main character. Or worse, it's added to the game later via DLC, which I really wish I could say I don't see Atlus doing that, but that would be a lie. I can definitely see them doing that. The trailer doesn't show the female main character at all, and I understand them not showing anything from The Answer in the trailer because the whole thing is kind of one big spoiler for the main game, but it does leave me wondering just how much of Persona 3's many variants this remake is going to pull from. Obviously the graphics look great and the upgraded combat looks slick as hell, and I can't wait to see how it compares to the original game. I genuinely think this remake has a chance of being the absolute best version of Persona 3, and I want it to be that. Persona 3 deserves the best, so don't it up, Atlus. They might reveal some more details at that Xbox showcase I'm not going to watch, but honestly I doubt it. I think for now these trailers are really all that we're getting, and that's going to leave us fans with a lot of unanswered questions. I mean, the game is slated for release in early 2024, so maybe we'll see more sooner than I think. Otherwise, the remake looks great so far, and I'm going to buy it and play it day one because I am part of the problem. Along with that, they also leaked the trailer for the next Persona 5 spin-off, Persona 5 Tactica. When is Atlus going to stop milking Persona 5? And all that aside, I am actually very much looking forward to this game. Tactica is a turn-based grid combat game in the vein of XCOM or that Mario Rabbids game that exists for some reason. I honestly haven't tried any games like that with the exception of Marvel Midnight Suns, which I stopped playing for totally different reason. So I am excited to try it out, and if I'm being completely real, I'd play anything that Atlas releases with those characters, because I love that game a whole lot. It does lose some points for not being Persona 5 Arena, which is the Persona 5 spin-off I really wanted, but hey, I can still hope and dream that someday, we will get Persona 5 Arena. Well, that's going to be it for whatever this video was. If you liked it, there's a button down below somewhere. I'm pretty sure you can click that if you're into that kind of thing. Also, subscribe to the channel. We'll probably have more Persona content coming out soon. Because of all this, it's very exciting. Who knows? Subscribe and find out, I guess. Oh, and also check out my video on Shin Megami Tensei 3. It's really good. It's one of my all-time favorite videos I've ever made. And it's really good, which I think I already mentioned, but it's worth mentioning again. Thanks for watching, and I will see you whatever I do next.